Today, I'm in the wood yard. I've got a delivery to do, so we're gonna fill the trailer, and after that, we've got production. We've got to make firewood because I'm selling firewood. Here we go. Once again, today is a beautiful day. It's too bad you're not here. It's probably 65 degrees, sunny, breezy. It's supposed to get up to like 80 today, but still a beautiful day. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I've got a delivery to do. I backed up to this pile right here. You can see there's a big, huge pile. This is all mixed hardwood in here, and that's what the person wants, so that's what they're gonna get. So I gotta fill the trailer up. It's for a full cord, and then we're gonna go deliver that. And then when we get back from that, I'm gonna work on some of the tree service wood that I've got over there that I left the other day when it started raining and lightning and thunder and cats and dogs were coming down on me. I had to quit because it was getting nasty out. We had 80-mile-an-hour winds here. I didn't have any problems here other than my power was out overnight, and we had a whole bunch of trees go down around town, but nothing here happened. None of my wood got tipped over. People called me, texted me, they're like, hey, did your wood all disappear in the tornadoes? No, it didn't. It's still here. So I'm going to load it up. We're going to go deliver it right now. So that's where the wood was, and I put in all that was there. It wasn't quite a full cord because it was partially pulled before from another load that I did. So it was probably a little more than 3/4 of a full cord. So I just backed up the truck over here, and I'm gonna throw in some of this unstacked ash because this stuff is, I don't know, 5-6 months old now at least, and it's ash. So I'm just gonna take from the top, toss it in and finish this off because I've got a little bit more to go. Probably a half of a third of a cord or half a face cord, however you like to say it. So I'm gonna throw that in right now. Well, here it is. Full cord of wood in the trailer, ready to go down the road. I put a whole bunch of ash in at the end here because this is really good stuff here. The other stuff is a mix of everything, and there was, you know, a lot of maple, there was some popple in there was some basswood, so I put some ash in because this is better wood, much longer burning, so it's almost probably close to a face cord that I put in here. So the other pile was probably a little over 2 face cords, and I threw extra stuff in. So usually if I get it level with the edges, just throwing in loose, it's a full cord, and I got a little heap to it, a little bit of a crest. So we're ready to go deliver it right now.
Excellent looking wood. That's why I ordered it for you.
A little bit of everything in there.
It's better than me at all, that's for sure.
There's a bunch of ash in the back.
Yeah, ash is pretty popular these days.
Yeah, well,
You do the actual yard work, cut, or you just cut your own wood?
a little bit, but not too much because I'm not insured, so I don't want to, you know, be by houses and things like that.
Right.
I just do it pretty much for myself. If there's something, if it's an easy one, something that's not by buildings or power lines, I can take it down. But always I try to stay away from going on other people's property.
Makes sense to me. That's common sense, right?
Yeah. Excellent. Perfect. Got one hanger on it here. Yeah, that works pretty. You guys just burn outside primarily? Or you
Yeah, just outside, just right in front. We got a gas outside pit in the back.
Yeah. You like the real fire better?
Well, with our getting it draws neighbors. It's a good gathering.
Oh yeah. You don't see a fire usually come running.
Yeah.
Whether it's a fun fire or a bad fire, they come running. I am back from my delivery. That went swimmingly well. The dump was good. I got paid. The guy was happy. And my plan is to split wood all day today, stack wood, clean up the wood yard. But my lawn guy called and the lawn needs to be mowed and he has COVID. So he's doing okay, but he just said he can't mow lawn. So I got to mow lawn. So I'm going to do my best imitation today of Forrest Gump. There she is. We're going to go right around in circles for about an hour. I'll be right back. My lawn mowing is done. The lawn looks beautiful once again, and I am now going to split. So what I just did was the splitter was right here, and I had a whole bunch of rounds in the way, so I just moved them over here, and I got the splitter tucked back in here because I'm gonna let the wood now just fall off, so I can just kind of make one big pile here. So all this is just gonna be right in this area here. And I realized something. If you look up, there's a lot of blue sky, not a single cloud in the sky. The sun is kind of toasty. So I just walked inside and I went and got one of my friends. Here's my friend. Look at that. It's my 10 by 10 pop-up canopy. I'm gonna put it up because it's supposed to get up to in the mid 80s today. Right now it's probably 75. So it's starting to warm up. It's still morning. But I can feel the sun is toasty. So I'm gonna put my canopy up right over the top of this. I've done it in the past. Usually what I need to do is to put it kind of on this side over here because the sun is generally over there and going that direction, and I can move it throughout the day. So I'm gonna put it up right now. Now I'm gonna put the canopy up. Now that my jet flew in for a landing, now that I know it's safe. Here we go. There it is, set up. I put it up so that it's more to my left here, well, to your left, because the sun will be going that direction, so the shade will actually come this direction eventually as the sun goes over, because it's close to noon now. It's like 11:30. And then what I'll do is I'll drop down that far side, so I kind of tilt the whole thing like this. I do that later in the day so it kind of blocks the sun, then the shade kind of comes this way, because you can lower the legs down so these things, so one side is lower than the other, which is kind of nice. So now I got some shade to work in, which is sweet because it's getting hot fast now. And because I'm kind of in a hole here, there's not much breeze down here. It's not like out in the field where it's in the open. So this is not in a good spot as far as my comfort, which is really all that matters. So split time. look at the wall of wood. It's going quite well, and being in the shade is awesome, I must say. Very nice to work in the shade on a day like today because the sun is just beating down. As soon as I step out, I was like, wow. Having this black shirt on doesn't help, obviously, but it's a cool shirt, I must say. So, we're gonna do some more splitting. Well, things are going along quite nicely. I just moved the canopy back and over another, I don't know, 3-4 feet this way because the sun goes down now in the west. My shade is getting farther this way, so I had to move it over. And I threw a whole bunch of rounds that are not split yet, and I'm kind of separating out. I got a couple over here, and then these big boys up here are not ready to be split, so I have to get them cut down a notch or so because they're kind of some nasty chunks that are just real big. But I do have some stuff over here that can be split. Some of these odd-sized chunks I'm just splitting in half and then tossing them right into the cookie bin here. Get in there. And then some of this stuff is ready to be split because it's been cut down. There's a few pieces of crimson maple in here. That's what this stuff looks like because I've cut it before, and that's I think what it is, crimson maple. And so yeah, there's a few over here that I got cut that it's gonna migrate over and I'm gonna finish. So there's probably a little over probably a half a cord left, I'm thinking, by the time I get all this done. So I'm gonna finish this up and then I'll see how I feel. If I feel like cutting it off, it cools off a little bit tonight. Because there's another pile over here. So you notice I've had the single wedge on because I got a lot of stuff like this right here where you see the branches and crotches, and the single wedge is by far better than the 4-way. And I made some pretty nice wood. You probably saw some of that stuff I was doing where I had some of those big chunks that were noodled in half, like pretty decent wood. And I was able to get some really nice chunks out of there, some nice slab kind of shingle-like wood, which you can do with a single wedge, which is kind of nice. And so I'm getting some real nice wood out of this, but it is tree service wood, so there is some waste, but the price was right. My kind of pricing when it's free, I like that, especially when they deliver it. So these two over here I'm going to have to cut down, and then over there. But this all stuff right in here, this is all ready to go right here. It's probably, I don't know, face cord or so. So I'm going to get splitting again. The splitting for today is complete. I saw some things I thought I would show you, kind of interesting. This was 99% ash. There was a little bit of crimson maple and some regular soft maple I saw in here too. These two pieces right here, ash trees, and these were treated. And the reason I know they were treated for the disease is you can actually see the plastic plug right there. Here's another one right here they got cut. So you can see the plug right there. There's the hole right there where they put it in. Now, when I was splitting these, I saw probably a couple dozen of these. So these were trees that were treated for the emerald ash borer, but obviously they didn't live. So right here, it's like a plastic plug they put in. Now, when the tree guys were here, I saw that they had those plugs in there, and I asked them, I said, these trees, you guys treated? He said, yeah. I said, well, how long have you treated them? He says, oh, over the last 2 or 3 years. And I said, well, what does it cost to treat a tree? He says, well, hundreds of dollars. I said, so they died anyway? I said, have you saved any? He said, no, they all eventually die. So there you go. Maybe there's some people that have had treatments done that have saved them, but these guys are the tree guys, and they pretty much just told me, yeah, they can save them for a little while, but they all die eventually, because everything's dying. The nice thing about this is I got the wood. This stuff is going to be great firewood. There's a lot of really good stuff. Now, there was some pieces that were a little nasty. I'll show you those. These are the small chunks over here. I threw these over to the side when I was over in this area. And then I come over here, and you can see the small and chunks that I cut off. These are all right here. These are just going to be tossed into the cookie bin. I threw them as far as I could over here to get them out. So there's a lot of short ones. You can see there's a lot of 10 inchers and 12 inchers. So short pieces, but they'll be great for boiler wood, and that's my intent, is to sell that all as boiler wood. I'm going to show you something else that I do quite often. My brother Ken does this a lot too. When you get to a cookie cut off and you get a big one that's like 16, 17, 18, 19, even 20 inches, I try to pop them in half like this, because this is about a, 17 or 18 inch piece, and that's perfectly good firewood. And I'll put that right in with my good stuff, because Here's a piece that's, I think, 16 inches. And I'll line it up on the end. So look at it, it's about 1.5 inches or so bigger here. Yeah, it's square on the other end. So just a little bit big, and then here's another one. This is a thicker one. What I'll do a lot of times is I'll try to make a couple chunks out of it like this. Try to, cut the ends off right here and cut the ends off right here, and then end up with a decent chunk. So you get a nice big all-nighter type of piece there, and that stuff burns really good. So there's some in there like that, but I just throw right in with the regular mix. They're not real pretty, but it's a chunk of wood and it'll burn. So there's nothing wrong with it at all. Some people are like, oh no, I'm leaving that in the woods. Well, I don't know why. It's wood. It burns. So that's just what I do. I thought I was going to have time to do some cutting, but I got a phone call. I got an invitation to go to a party tonight, so that's what I'm going to do. So that's it for today, folks. Tomorrow I'm going to be cutting that pile right there. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be really nice tomorrow, so hopefully we do some cutting, splitting, woodyard work. Fun stuff. Come on back. Between now and tomorrow, when you come back at 5:30 a.m. for tomorrow's video, you can go to my channel and watch over 700 other videos. Imagine that. 700 just for you. Go now. Good night, Irene.